No, you don't. Well, I'm going to plug them in now. Yeah. Welcome to the Reality of Love for another week. Appreciate that in a great way. I guess you're wondering where the little short woman is that's supposed to be here. She's creeping in as I speak right now. I can't wait to hear this one, this reason why. But anyway, it is nice to welcome.
I was on a date.
Yeah. Find out what date that was in just a moment. But it's nice to welcome these two gentlemen who represent a very interesting group that fuses blues and hip hop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
It's nice to welcome Charlie Red to Reality of Love. How are you gentlemen doing?
Doing amazing, man. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Really interesting to find out about your music. And sitting next to them is a young lady who is a songstress extraordinaire who we really like to learn a little bit more about. Her name is Gina Lee. Gina, thanks for coming by.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So we're toasting into the new year. Happy holidays to y'all. And if it's not a holiday, we're going to make one. That's for sure. Indy has had her fair share. Thank you for.
I've had my cocktail.
Yeah, I'm sure you've had a few, Indy. How are you? You feeling good?
I'm feeling great.
How was your date?
My date was great.
They can't hear you.
My date was great.
What makes a date great for you?
Good question, Lenny.
Wow. Conversation first.
Nice.
Energy and conversation, just a flow of just being on the same page for the moment. You know, you don't necessarily doesn't have to go anywhere else, but for that moment, it just needs to flow and be positive.
Nice.
Gina, what would you say what makes a good date for you?
A good date?
Well, if you do that.
Conversation, same thing. Make me laugh. Don't be boring and uptight. I want to have fun.
Give her vodka.
Turn up.
And fellas, what would you say?
Man, for me, this is Chauncey of Charlie Red. For me, I think spontaneity, man. Like, do something out of the ordinary. Like go and catch a matinee.
That's out of the ordinary?
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Really,
I don't remember the last time I went to
That's
a
kind
matinee.
of
So,
early. I guess you do that all the time.
Well, that's probably the best time, either that or a late night, or make my own movie.
nice.
So it could be.
Turn up.
Turn up. That's the way it goes. Brother, what would you say?
This is Coleman Ivy of Charlie Ray. No, I like spontaneity as well. We are similar people, so I need girls to have some type of adventure with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what that means.
I don't know.
You don't know what that means?
No. What is the adventure? Elaborate.
It is late night, but my little sister might be listening, so I'm gonna stop right there.
Shout out to the little sister.
Well, I think that filters in to what Gina said. You know, she wants it to be exciting. She doesn't want it to be boring. Mm-hmm. And I don't think anyone wants it to be boring. But you know what? I don't know, fellas, if you guys are dealing with the same challenges that I deal with from time to time. But it's really hard to determine what you ladies like and are appealing to because in most cases, they don't want the good guy. You got to be a little turned up.
Right. That's
You
true.
got to be a little bad. You got to be a little naughty. If you're too good, you're too boring.
Wait. Before you throw us under the bus, it's hard to determine what the ladies like. Do you ask what's liked?
I'm not going to even answer because I got my own.
Why are you not going to answer?
No, I'm going to let these two brothers answer
Do you
first.
seriously,
Corbett.
do you actually go in asking questions first?
Well, I'm a straightforward person, man. So I really say what I want. I'm an artist, and I'm a blues singer at that. So I mean, I really wear my heart on my sleeve. So I ask everything. Are we in a gray area? Are we not? Is it real? Is it not? If we want to be friends, all
What
that.
lane are you in?
Yeah,
No.
because I hate the gray area, man. I like things to be defined, and if they not, then let's be friends. And if not, be friends. Delete my number, and we move on with our life.
But hold on, but that's after a few dates.
Yeah,
We're talking about you have to
The initial?
You gotta get in there first. You know what I'm saying? Before you can even get to that level, I
Right.
think. But what would you say?
No, I would just say be yourself.
right.
Be
Exactly.
yourself.
Right.
If you're thinking too hard, it's not going to work out.
So, Gina, why do you ladies like the bad boys, and not the respectable guy who's doing his thing and being creative and putting in his
To
time?
be honest, of what I recently learned about myself, I think it's the thrill of it. To me, I don't know. It's something about that. I don't know. It's
Spontaneity.
sad but true. I think so. I think if you're too good, I mean,
What's too good?
well,
You're killing me.
I've actually never been with anybody that's just too good. Like, I just automatically, I'm attracted to, so I don't know that side of things, but I'm just saying, like, I tend to attract the, not bad boys, though. I think I'm afraid of the bad boys because of what that might come along with, but I don't know, like he said, not too good, but just a little bit of edginess, a little bit of bad boy. Like, I don't want the pretty boys.
Right. You don't want a guy to spend more time in the bathroom than you, basically.
You don't agree?
I'm hearing you, and I think you're mixing a few personality types. So what I found is what women define as bad boy is someone that's actually alpha male and protective. And I think we've been taught as women in this society to protect ourselves, to do for ourselves, to be very independent to the point where we don't know how to allow a man to be a man.
Yeah.
And so when it comes off, edgy to us is a little bit dangerous. And if you like something dangerous, I personally believe there's something else in you that is a bit unstable.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah. So like I've been attracted to the bad boy, the fun guy, the one you're not sure about. Well, if I'm not sure about him, that means I'm not sure about me.
Yourself, yeah.
That means I'm open and willing to be hurt, and for him to take risks with who I am at any cost and all the time.
Gotta talk that stuff. Girl.
No, well, I got
Preaching.
I got like a decade or so on us. So, and now it's like, no, I kind of want you to be responsible with who I am. I've worked hard to become this, so you need to be responsible. So the bad to me is, you know what? When we're in the bedroom, you could be whatever you want.
Whatever you
just
want.
take over. That's the bad boy. When we're in the street or when you're not with me, I'm not looking over my shoulder. I'm not worried about anything. The bad boy is in the bed, and he's laying it down, and you can be whatever you want to be. That's the bad boy.
No, that's exactly. To be honest, the actual bad boy were all obviously past relationships, and that's why they didn't work out. Right. So I've learned from them. That's what I was saying. Like, I'm definitely past that. Where
so
you think that's what you want, and
so
then
that
you
means
go to that.
You're in a relationship now.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Those are just past relationships.
Is that like
I was just curious.
That was pretty smooth, brother. That was pretty smooth, brother. That was pretty. That's a nice way. That was a pretty nice transition. Damn, I gotta remember this. I didn't do this. But actually, that I'm sure that all attributed to great music that you guys make. Because I'm not a songwriter, but all you're right.
Yeah, I guess I'm
You're
right.
a blues singer, so you.
I don't necessarily. For me, I consider creating God speaking through me. I don't mean to get super deep, but I consider myself a vessel, so I believe I control it. It feels like me controlling it if I write it. So I just let the producer, Cobain Ivory, produce it, and if God say something, I say it, and it comes out like that. I don't really write it, but. Yeah.
Do they say that the most creative aspects of music are from experiences, though?
Man.
So Cobain, Gino, can you elaborate on that?
No, I agree. I mean, our first album, Religion, is all about conversations we had, and
from a spiritual perspective, or
not necessarily spiritual perspective, just mainly what we were going through at the time individually. We had our own separate conversations, and through that, we created music. And our second album, the same thing. It's just a group of conversations, really.
Gina, what would you say?
I definitely agree. Everything that I write is based on my experiences, whether it's me personally that went through it or a friend of mine, but something that I've seen or went through myself. Definitely all of it's from experience. I think that's the one that's the most, I mean, from time to time you might do a little, like for me, I might do one that, like, you know, your little party but the ones that, to me, that affect the most would be the ones that come from experience. Not all just relationships, but every aspect of my life.
We're joined with the new edge, new trendsetters of music, and I'd like to definitely feature one of the songs from Charlie Red, so you can kind of get a feel of what they're about. They have a brand new CD out called Muse, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And want to hear about that a little bit more. But what's the name of the song that we're going to? Could Be. So sit back, enjoy this, and by all means, give us a call if you like at 1-855-453-6694. Welcome to Reality of Life.
and make this complete. Oh, you got it, babe. You can't deny it. Ooh, we got something. Get lost in this moment and hold on tight, 'cause we got it, babe. I know that you got it, babe. Yeah. 'Cause this could be love. This could be you. This could be us. Me and you. This could be love. This could be us. We got a thing going on. Yeah. I've got a feeling. It's the way that you speak, your vibe, your energy. I know we're in sync and I know it's real. Your kiss heals my day, your touch brightens my pain. Oh, you got it, babe. You can't deny it. Ooh, we got something. Get lost in this moment and hold on tight, 'cause we got it, babe. I know that you got it, babe. Yeah. 'Cause this could be love. This could be you. This could be us. Me and you. This could be love. This could be us. We got a thing going on.
The Reality of Love. That was something hot from Charlie Red, who is joining us tonight. We have Chauncey Corbin with us tonight, and of course, Miss Gina Lee is with us as well. We like to bring in a variety of different guests from time to time to get their perspectives on life, and also to expose you to new upcoming trendsetters. And I think that we have a nice circle of trendsetting cats that definitely going to be at the head of the game. But explain, how would you define, Charlie Red, how would you all define your sound and your direction that you're going in for the most part?
Well, I definitely wouldn't, honestly. Like, I feel like as an artist, it does it injustice to the people that listen to your music to tell them what you had in your eyes, in your mind when you create the music. I let them get their own vision from what they heard. You know what I mean?
Okay.
For me, I describe it as, like you said, conversations. In our skits for Muse, we had conversations with God, and I believe that's just what it is. It's a conversation with God, and what comes out is just as holy as that conversation. So, I'm just appreciative to be a vessel for it, and I just embrace the moment, that I'm in, and that's what it is, man. Just a conversation of honesty, of truth, of being let down and disappointments and everything in life, man. That's what time, everything that we experience in life, that's what it is, man.
Gina?
Ooh, not that deep, but no, definitely, like I said, all of my music, the recent project I'm working on, it's all based on, I would say, more so my relationship experiences. But I would classify myself as, R&B fused with hip hop. That's the sound.
So would you say that you write in first person or third?
First.
Oh.
Nice.
We need to listen to her music. Do we have any of
For
her
the
music?
most part.
We need to see what kind of a situation she's going through. What's the selections that we have available tonight?
Okay, for Charlie Red, how did you? So everybody, they know that I'm like in love with Charlie Wilson.
Okay.
So y'all already got it. Where does Charlie come from? Where does Red come from? You're wearing red. Like,
yeah,
where's the connection?
Well, that's not it. That's not my favorite color. But
That's your favorite color.
it isn't. It isn't my favorite color. But it's a duality, man, because it's two of us. It's two meanings. So for me, I didn't really grow up in hip hop. My mom, she didn't allow hip hop in the house, so I grew up on gospel and jazz and classical music. So my favorite, I grew up as an alto saxophonist. So Charlie Parker Bird is my favorite saxophonist, and then Red. I grew up being called Malcolm, Reverend Malcolm. I was a preacher as a kid, so everyone called me Red from my grandmother. And that's what it means
and
to
your
me.
beard. I was gonna say, I think if he had the specs on right now,
I mean, here they go. There they go, right there.
That would be over. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but from his end, Charlie is a traditional classic sense, and if there's anybody that I would compare to Quincy Jones, I could honestly say that this man is the closest thing that I know to Quincy Jones. So it's a classical thing what Charlie is, and Red, I'm the type of person, as you see now, that speaks out. So Red, that's why it's capitalized. That's who I am. I'm an out front type of person. I like to speak, and when you get into more of our music, the blues side of it, you'll hear the rage in me, the intensity, and that's where the Red comes from. So yeah, it's two sides.
Did you both read Conversations with God, by the way?
He actually put me onto it.
I read it first.
You read the whole thing? You finished it?
All three of them, yes.
Wow.
It's an awesome book. It's awesome. If you read that, you don't need to read anything else.
Yeah. I didn't get through it. I still have it. So I'm just...
Wait, one or three?
One!
Yeah, most people...
still reading it.
My boy read 20 pages of one. He said he had to put it down. It was so real.
I got lost, but that was like a decade ago, and so maybe my mind is saying, yeah. Wow. Okay.
We got Charlie Red. We got Gina Lee in the building. We heard something from Charlie Red. It's only fair that we hear something from Miss Gina Lee right now. So, would you like to explain this song, Promises, Broken Promises?
Sure. Broken Promises is exactly what it is. It's just my frustration dealing with people who
can't be real, can't be honest.
Yeah, and can't hold up to what their word is. So
consistently being inconsistent.
Exactly.
You know, I was labeled that once. I took great offense.
Wow. So you can okay.
Easy.
No, we're gonna explore that.
Let's explore this song, right, from Gina Lee first. We can come back and explore some things.
This is the reality of love.
Oh yeah. If you say you gon' do something, I expect you to deliver. I like it straight up from the jump. I ain't good with disappointments, I ain't never dug it. But the actions never show. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Take your broken promises and go that way. You know that I ain't the one at the point of no return. Don't let me down, don't fail me now. That's a right out. Once I'm turned off forever, yeah, forever. Once I'm turned off forever, yeah, forever. Don't let me down, don't fail me now, don't let me down. Don't let me down, don't fail me now, don't let me down. Once I'm turned off
Broken Promises, Gina Lee. Make sure you catch all of them. Great music. That's called Broken Promises. Obviously, they would try to throw me under the bus. So
I was trying to throw him under the bus. You know, because we throw each other so far, and we are so in traffic.
In
you know,
diesel.
when your mama goes, go play in traffic, we go play in traffic.
We do. Now, Gina.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
What I will say is this.
She's about to get it.
No, what I will say is this. I too am pursuing, my career, even though I'm at a great level in my life,
Okay.
career-wise. Even though I'm at a great point in my life, we're still striving for next round. I think anybody who gets settled at a certain point in their life and don't have anything else to strive for, I think they fizzle out pretty quickly.
You're right.
It took a long time to get to this stage in my life, but by the time I got here, and maybe you gentlemen can relate to this as well, you realize the game done change. So now you have to reach higher and above. So in answer to your question, what I've been labeled consistently inconsistent. But what I will say is that I'm a man of my word. So if I designate time for us to spend together, or you designate time for us to spend together, I'm going to do that. It's just finding the time, because obviously we're all trying to make that extra buck, and we're all trying to work, and we're all trying to reach for the next level. So when I was labeled consistently inconsistent, I took great offense to that, because the young lady said to me, she's an actress. I'm like, well, you're trying to strive for something too. So, I'm understanding, and I think industry people are understanding of each other's schedule, is when you go outside that circle, you're dealing with challenges.
Yeah.
So I've dated both ways. I've dated inside the circle, which is normally pretty balanced, and I've dated outside the circle, which is often a lot of challenges. I don't know if that answers your question, but bottom line is I'm good. I'm good in terms of living up to
You were
my...
honest about it, actually. He was honest.
amazing.
Yeah. But honesty doesn't really get you too far these days.
Yes, it does.
No,
does.
it
Yes,
doesn't.
it
All right,
does.
let me ask y'all this then. Let me ask
It
y'all
doesn't
this.
get you what you crave and what you want, but
But it
what
gets
you
you
want
what you
is not
need.
necessarily what you need.
Okay.
Honesty does get you somewhere.
Let me go around the table on
It
this.
gets you out of bullshit.
We'll start.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I just found out I can curse, Ian. I just found out I can curse.
So let me ask you this. Can you be too transparent in a relationship?
Oh, my God. Hold on.
We'll
Let me
start with
ask
you,
it.
Charlie.
Oh,
Can you
my
be
God.
too transparent
So
in a relationship?
I've been learning this, man. I would say, yes, man. You can't be too transparent,
How?
because I grew up a very, very honest person, and very straightforward with everything. And as I grow older, man, people use that against you, man.
So then off them. So off them.
I understand that, but it's a lot of people that do that.
Off them.
Stay right there.
We learned a lesson tonight. We learned a lesson.
No. What do you say?
I think it's important to be honest, because you get everything out in the open in the beginning. That's how I feel.
Gina?
Simple.
I
What-
want 100%.
Of course you're going to tell me this, right?
But I think in certain relationships, depending on who you're dealing with, you can be too transparent. There are some girls actually, I was actually just watching Basketball Wives.
Oh,
I'm a
man.
sucker for that
LA,
stuff.
the new
Yeah.
one.
And the girl was saying, he could cheat, but don't let me find out. If I find out, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's a little off, but I'm just off
When
topic.
y'all cheat,
but I'm
I
just
give y'all
talking
credit.
about-
When y'all cheat better than men can ever
Heck
possibly
yeah.
cheat. And we know women cheat probably more.
I agree.
I
I'm not
agree
one
too.
of them, but I agree.
Well, that's very good to know.
Good to know. That is very good to know. That's,
It's
yeah.
very good to know. Because
Can we talk about some music or something?
we could definitely talk about some music.
Can we talk?
I'm uncomfortable.
And you know what? No.
I play a
I'm
couple
gonna-
instruments, and we have a show on the 20th.
Well, no. That's
funny.
a great way to
Segue.
segue. Because I do want to talk about your music and more importantly, because you bring a lot of but first of all, with you guys coming together, you're fusing two different, totally different,
Background.
kind of musics together, blues and hip hop.
Definitely.
No one has thought about that yet, and it has to be respected, and the creativity and the input that's put into it has to be embraced as well. So I'm very curious to find out who was the brainchild who thought that this could work.
I gotta say, man, I gotta give love to our manager, Ian Holder. He definitely put us together, and he had a vision, and I feel like without him, he's definitely an intricate part in both of our growth and in our career. So I really appreciate him because he did a lot for us.
It takes a visionary to see something and to say, you know what, I think this could work.
Definitely.
Because without that visionary person, so shout out to Brother Ian.
Yeah. But I guess
Stop spilling your drinks, though. Stop spilling your drinks.
outside of him, when it comes to creating, I think Cobain is a little bit older than me, so he has a lot of lessons that I haven't learned yet. So coming into it in a way where he's challenging me to be the best that I could be, because when I first met him, I told him that I wanted to be greater than Michael Jackson, and he said, well, if you want to be that great, then you got to work for it. And every day I feel guilty when I fall short of not working for it. So I'm appreciative of him pushing me to be great, because without that,
It's so funny that you mentioned Michael Jackson, because I was just looking at some videos of Michael Jackson last night, and if you look at some of Michael's work, unfortunately he's no longer with us, but when you look at some of just the video productions and obviously listen to the lyrical content of his work, he was also a visionary.
Definitely.
And his work will live obviously for centuries and years to come. But one of the last few projects that he did was Heal the World, and he obviously is very much connected, despite of what the controversy was on the table with. Yeah. He was very much connected with where he feels life began. I think he understands that life, for the most part, has began in Africa, and a lot transcends from Africa. And you could also see what he projects in terms of what could possibly happen to the world. Definitely. As we continue to move forward. And we are in a global warming kind of situation.
I mean, this weather is
bipolar.
It really is. Brother Cobain, let me ask you this, though. I'm curious to know, obviously you bring a hip-hop influence to the table. Who were some of the earlier spoken word artists or hip-hop artists that kind of infused you to kind of go in this direction?
I have a lot of influences.
I want to know how far you go back. Let's start back. Let's go old school.
Very, very far back. I mean,
because you're wearing an ankh on your ear, so I know what that means. So go ahead.
Well, I guess where do I start? I mean, I idolized Quincy Jones from the beginning. So Quincy inspired hip hop. He inspired jazz, well, some parts of jazz.
A lot.
Quincy would sit down and write for an orchestra on sheet music, and no one does that nowadays. And I feel like just overall, you just have to have a higher standard. And when you have a higher standard, you hold yourself to your own standards. That's how the culture can move, right? Right now, I just feel like overall, music is not at a healing standard. I feel like Michael Jackson, when he came into the game, and he created such a high standard for everyone to reach for. I don't know. I just feel like overall we need, as artists, as creatives, to reach for a higher standard. Therefore, increasing. I don't know. Not even increasing, but just. I lost my train of thought.
Oh, no, but I can relate to what you're saying. Yeah. Have you ever been exposed to The Last Poets?
A little bit. I want to comment.
I want you to go back to that whenever you get a free minute. I want you to kind of just because I think that's where the beginning of really spoken word kind of came into existence, and a lot of the early cats around your generation kind of got exposed to understanding, spoken word and poetry, and how we can, bring our culture awareness to the forefront of being creative. And I want you to explore that, because I think you'll find some pretty interesting tracks that they have done early on that is still transcending today, and it might even help you a little bit more.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So Last Poets. Last Poets for sure. Gina, where's R&B from your perspective? Because obviously you're in a different lane than Charlie Red. So where would you like to see Gloria and Gina Lee go to at this time?
To be honest, right now, my influences, I don't listen to the radio. I haven't listened to the radio.
Can we get rid of
no? What I mean by that, I'm talking about. What I mean by that is in terms of I don't like, you know, the 106 in Parks, and like I'm guilty of not knowing what's the latest.
What's trendy? What's trendy?
Yes, I try not to, because I feel like that kind of, when it comes to my creativity, like
influences you?
Yes. So, but then at the same time, I just go. My love right now is, well, it's always been the 90s and, you know, that era. So I just go back to the people that influenced me growing up, and that's pretty much where my influence comes from.
You're like Aaliyah? I heard Aaliyah.
Yeah. You heard it in that one. Yeah, a lot of people say about that track for sure. She's definitely one of my strongest influences. Missy Elliott for sure.
Nice.
You know, SWV.
But now you're from Canada originally?
Yes.
And Canada has a very interesting awareness of music in such a different way than the States. I mean, just like in Europe. I mean, Europe has a different appreciation for music than, unfortunately, us here in the United States. I think that the diversity of what you guys have grown up on and what you're exposed to is far more appreciated probably in Canada. And I've never visited Canada, but I've spoken to a lot of people from Canada. Than what is happening here. So I think, you know, your influence in music, in terms of what's trendy here, you're not going to be influenced, even if you do allow yourself to be exposed to it because of your upbringing and what you have been exposed to over the years. So you agree?
Yeah. You're protected in that sense.
You really are.
I mean, I mean that humbly. I don't mean that to condemn or judge any musical influences here, but you're purist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say we did a show, and I see you got Melanie Fiona on the wall. We did a show with Melanie Fiona in Toronto, I say a few months ago, and I can honestly say the reception was unlike any other, man. Like, they received us so well when we got off the stage. Actually, the next day, we were, like, walking from an interview, and somebody stopped us on the street, like, yo, I seen y'all last night. We were like, this is weird. Because their appreciation, and it's just out. It's much like Europe, man. I would compare it to Europe because I feel like they sit with the records, they listen to it, they digest it. I can't say that for everyone, but everyone that that we came in contact with, it seemed that like they sat with the records and really tried to digest what was going on in the records without, you know, before giving an opinion. So I really love Toronto, man.
Do you think that American culture sometimes takes the musicianship out of music?
Not sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Especially, I always tweet. I tweet this like once a week. They took everything natural and made it a business. So, yeah, I definitely feel like America doesn't.
Okay.
Why don't we tell everyone how they can keep up with Charlie Red and connect with y'all, those who are watching?
Everything We Are Charlie Red. Twitter.com, We Are Charlie Red. Facebook.com, We Are Charlie Red. WeAreCharlieRed.com. We have a show February 22nd at Drome, if you're interested in going.
And tell them, yo, if they email us, wearecharliered@gmail.com. If they email us, they can be a special guest. They can come to the show.
Special.
That's a free ticket. So if you email us at wearecharliered.com.
Maybe $1 off.
Come on, man.
You can
free
come
ticket,
for free.
Free ticket.
Yes, sir.
Gina, when is your performance? When is the album coming out? Is there an album coming out soon? Or
I'm definitely working on my album. It's pretty much actually coming to a close. But you can reach me Twitter. I am Gina Lee. Facebook Gina Lee, and Instagram that is that Gina Lee. And so like I said, my album is pretty much finished, wrapped up. Performances definitely coming up very soon, and I'll be dropping new music. So if you follow me on those, you'll be definitely seeing some new music from me.
And she's beautiful, guys. So.
Oh, thank you.
You know what? I can so read it. Behind the scenes, we're gonna have a love connection.
wow,
We're gonna have some kind of connection.
I've been drinking.
Hey, look.
Oh yeah, me too. But you know.
Well, you know, Miss Lady, gentlemen, what I want to say to you guys is that on Friday nights we do a live broadcast from a location here in New York called SOBs. So, you know, when you guys, we'll kind of track you and see what your availability is, because what I'd like to do is extend an invitation for you guys to come out and definitely expose yourselves and build on the platform that we have created. And let more people know about Charlie Red and Miss Gina Lee.
We got to say thank you to Lenny.
Well, no, my pleasure.
Thank you.
Last week we had
Definitely, thank
Elvana, and Elvana is an upcoming nice artist that has created a wonderful following for herself. I think she was introduced by Alicia Keys, and I could see, one thing I have respect for Elvana, and she doesn't even know this yet because I haven't told her. I didn't have a chance to really tell her when I spoke to her. She was invited to be a part of Black Girls Rock. And in the taping of Black Girls Rock, she bust her ass. Bottom line. That woman got right back up and continued to do her performance. And the crowd was overwhelmed. This is before the Beyonce falling down the steps moment.
Right.
And the crowd embraced her so well. And I think that speaks volumes to the professionalism that she has been brought up on. And we should mention that her parents, she comes from great stock because her parents, for those of you who are in R&B music, if I'm not mistaken, back in the 80s, there was a group called By All Means.
Yes.
And it was 3 people in the group, 2 guys and 1 young lady. Well, one of the guys and the young lady in the group are her parents.
Wow. That's
Really?
amazing. I didn't know that.
And I'm talking to the man and, to the father because her father manages her. And, well, he obviously, time has gone by from
Shout
the
out
80s.
to Jeff Robinson,
so,
too.
yes,
Yeah.
shout out to Jeff Robinson because he's managing them. But, I didn't recognize him right off the bat. But after I left, I was like, wait, this is the same dude from By All Means. So she understands the business from a different perspective because when she was probably 5 years old, she was sleeping in studios. So it's amazing how everything comes full circle at the end of the day. So, we're going to continue. We just kind of started this thing, but we're going to continue to have special artists like you guys to create a platform and give you guys a chance to kind of bring your bass into our city, and then we can build on as well. So I know that radio, and I'm a radio man, but radio is not very kind and gentle and open to a lot of new artists. It's unfortunate how what radio, commercial, terrestrial radio, is at right now. But I hope as we continue to move through this crazy world that we're in, that it becomes a little open. And I will say this, that there are certain markets in this country that are more open and receptive. Definitely. And what you guys are challenged to do at this stage of the game is to work as if you are signed to a major label. You already have a base in terms of early believers, and obviously both of you have camps, and you have yourselves. You have to operate as if a major label operates. Let me tell you this point from a managerial standpoint in radio. How a major label operates is they try to get into the major markets, which is New York, L.A., and Chicago. Those are the big 3, right? But in addition to that, they also work the smaller markets. So what you guys need to do is get your teams involved in working those smaller markets. Smaller markets, all of the colleges and universities. Yeah. Anybody who has a signal, whether it's on air or online, is your base.
Yep.
So you create your following, you create your base, and you still try to work the majors. And the secondary majors would be the mid-Atlantic area. So you're talking about Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Maryland. Those are the mid-Atlantic areas that you work as well. Work the Carolinas, the North and South Carolinas. Work the Texas. You have to work all these intricacies, and now the popping spot is Atlanta.
And that's coming from Mr. Radio.
That's rich, ladies and gentlemen. So just take on that project, and trust me, when radio starts realizing what you're doing, those majors, markets will open up even more for you. But you guys got to start the process. So
thank you so much,
I'll
man.
take the checks on the way out the door.
Because I'm calculating. I'm like, okay, that's 3%. 2 for you, 1 for me.
No, you know what?
3.
Here's the bottom line. At the end of the day, look. No, none of us, including myself, we'd never get to the next level by ourselves.
Right.
Someone has to impart information. Someone has to tell. Someone has to direct. Someone has to pull. Yeah. And I've been blessed because people have imparted information on me, so I am challenged, and it's my duty to impart information and wisdom.
And I appreciate it everywhere, man. Thank you.
You guys are doing what I love to do. My first love was singing. I can't sing
Now
a
you
lick.
want to play the saxophone.
Now I want to play saxophone. Yeah. So you play sax, don't you?
Definitely. I mean,
I hope you
it's
give
been a
lessons,
while,
but
but yeah.
Oh, Lord. No lessons
Wait,
up in
what do
here.
you say?
It's the kazoo, I think.
No,
It's
no,
not
no, no, no,
actually
no,
a
no, no, no,
saxophone.
hold on.
What
I've been
was that?
playing the saxophone since 6th grade. I just left it in Houston. I'm
So how
from
much
Houston.
dust is on it, man?
It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
So we don't need the blind teaching the blind.
Definitely. Yeah, I can't teach
deaf and
nothing.
we don't wanna be
I-
deaf.
I can't teach
So
nothing.
any lessons, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just going, yeah. I'll support you, though.
Thanks, appreciate it.
I'll help you buy a used one.
Well, you know what? Hey, look, I've been instructed by those who do it best. No, $600.
Ooh,
That's
for
just a drop in the
used
bucket
one?
for you.
All
For
right.
a good used one. That's all I need right now. It's a good used one, just to kind of start learning. I feel sorry for my neighbors, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah,
But yeah. So I hope that you guys, and we'll check with your representatives and find out, your availability. But I hope that you guys can
that would
come
be
and
dope.
be a part of one of the live shows.
Yes,
I think
sir.
that would be nice.
Yes,
Absolutely.
But let's talk about more relation. Can we go back into
Are
relationships?
we going into, did you go into the topic?
We only have a few minutes left.
You didn't bring the topic
No.
up.
Yeah, we brought up the topic probably when you were creeping in.
I don't creep.
Talk
I just
about that
walked in. I was on a date.
punctuality.
First of all, I'm here when he's not here.
That's only once in a blue moon. I was here last week. That's
a
all.
lot of times when he's here, sometimes he leaves and I'm still here.
Wow. Lenny, what's up with that,
You're
man?
drugs. I know you're drunk. I know
No,
you've
but
been
I'm
drinking.
on a new cocktail that is crack crazy up the block. It's crazy.
What's the
I
name
took
of
a
it?
picture of it.
Shout out the restaurant. What's up with it?
Wait, I'll find the
ain't paying us,
picture.
no.
Yeah, exactly. We're not shouting them out. But
That's
trust
not
and
nobody.
believe, I'm about the ingredients to make it at home.
Nice.
Oh, so you don't know what's in it?
Like a rose gin. You know it's gin.
Uh-oh.
That's my favorite.
That's your favorite? That's the turn up right there.
Now, hold
Jay.
on. Gina, you're a vodka drinker solely?
Actually, I'm not. I'm not really a drinker, to be honest with you. Just occasionally, so I just dip and dab like.
All right. What you drinking?
My favorite drink is SoCo and Coke. I'll tell you that.
Talk
Was
about
what?
it.
Do you
That's
like
Southern
the
comfort.
taco lime?
I've never had that.
You've never had the lime?
No,
You
never.
can have the lime straight up on ice.
You are really excited.
Oh my goodness. Are you judging me?
Taking pictures of drinks, trying to
he
figure out
says
the
I'm
ingredients.
How
How do you take a picture of a drink and figure out the
You
ingredients?
say you
not
like
judging.
Southern Comfort. I introduced you in
He's-
some nice
He's
stuff.
just
And
making
you're
an
judging me?
observation. That's all. And he's absolutely right.
Moving on.
What's the
What you
topic?
drinking?
What I'm drinking?
What
Oh,
do you
Bullet
like?
whiskey all the way, man.
Whiskey. All right.
Yes, sir.
We could do whiskey. 7 is
The question today is one of the other questions is it good to be a little jealous in relationships?
Ooh,
Wow.
you know how I feel about this.
Dang.
We'll start with the other female because you look like
Don't start with the female.
no, because you got to see her facial expression. If I had a camera back here and they caught everybody, oh man, that was perfect.
Don't
Stop.
lie.
No,
Don't-
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Please talk into the microphone so we can hear you.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Jealousy. I would say. I mean, if someone gets a little bit jealous, to be honest, it just makes me feel like, ooh, like, you know what I mean? I like a little bit of jealousy, but of course, like, it's a
Doesn't
turn
happen.
off when it comes.
So
when
you've
it's too
been
much.
have you had both
I've
sides
definitely
before?
I've been a little jealous.
You don't look like a
Stop.
little jealous. You look like a lot of
That's
jealous.
Stop.
She looks like a lot of jealous.
Learning
I'm
over
telling
here,
you, she
Oh my
looks.
goodness. See, that's why nobody wants to answer because y'all go straight for the jugular.
Why not? It's right here. You look like you're a lot of jealous. She seems like I don't want a lot of jealousy on me, but I am jealous at the end of the day. Tell the truth and say the truth.
I'm not gonna admit to something that's not true.
Exactly. Let them, you know what? Let them talk.
Right?
Let them speak.
I'm just gonna say.
Well,
Fellas.
jealousy, it's really tricky, man, because when you commit so much to a person, like, you know, your heart and everything, and you feel like they're committing the same thing, and when they go out and do something, when they go out and have sex with somebody else, it's like, it's almost like I do feel the way. I don't know if you can call it jealousy, but I'm a easily cut off type of person. So if I find out that you're doing something outside of me, then I'm gonna just move on. So I won't necessarily call it jealousy, but if I feel myself approaching that phase, then I just cut it off.
What about just looks and
Oh yeah, I don't care about that.
flirting and?
I mean, just as long as it isn't disrespectful, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Let's cut the cake.
Uh-oh.
Everyone in this circle is an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain amount of flirting, obviously, that goes on.
Yeah.
And if you're not flirting, you're lying to me. Now, he may not be, but you might. And you have to as well. Because depending on what you're singing, depending on what you're rapping about or expressing in your music, whether it's through a personal experience or not, there has to be a certain relationship with that audience. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
But that's you can't mix the two, Lenny, because what you do for your business is boundary based, and what you do in your personal time, free will, and fully aware of what you're doing are two
Completely different
things. So, just as human beings, first of all, we're human beings, okay? And just our carnal state, we're supposed to be jealous. We're supposed to be a bit possessive. We're supposed to protect what we have. We are. We are. Let me tell you something. If we was the last
Scorpio.
oh shit, she'll kill you.
I'm a Capricorn.
Okay, you.
There's two different.
You're
There's
Taurus.
two types of Scorpio.
Okay, whatever. So just as human beings, like if we're all going hungry and there's one piece of meat, we're gonna want to know who's gonna have the last piece. And if you're not protective over something that you care about, I question that. I don't question the jealousy. I question the intention of it and where it's coming from.
But that's a maturity standpoint.
Well, then you know what?
If you're hungry, then one last piece of meat. Wouldn't you want to share it with other people?
No, I don't want to share it.
You
I
don't
want
wanna
to
share-
survive. No, I'm not going to sit here. You know I'm not going to sit here and lie. No, as a human, I want to survive. I don't want to share it.
If you
Will
haven't
I?
eaten for like
Exactly.
a while and there's a piece of meat,
Exactly.
you're like, hey,
Hey, look.
Y'all making me hungry.
I'm gonna share it and I'm gonna bite their leg
I don't want
afterwards.
to. Will
That's
I?
what I'ma
Yes,
do.
I will. However,
You would share some dick?
Oh, look at you. Look at the face. Look at the face.
You hold this down.
you really asking me that?
Would you share? Uh-oh.
So Vito knows me. Vito knows that how I go in is how I come out. If it's understood that I will be sharing your penis, then I don't claim it. I have no attachment to it, and that's fine. If you make me believe that we are exclusive, then it's mine. And
But
if
what's
I
that
find
make
out
me believe part? That's the tricky part.
exactly, so that making me believe is the conversation that we have pre-sex. Like we want to be
conversation because I need to learn this.
Okay, the conversation is that simple. We're going to be exclusive. I'm not having sex with anyone else. You're not having sex with anyone else. We have gone to the clinic. We've both gotten tested, and it's about me and you. That's simple. And if I find that it's not that, then that's deception, and I don't want to deal with you. You're out. I'm not out. You're out. I'm kicking your ass out. Literally, you are kicking. He knows it. You're out.
I agree with that.
If we have the conversation that we're not exclusive and you're giving yourself, then it's always condoms. It's a physical thing. And emotionally and psychologically, I am not attached to you.
But see, my thing is women say that.
No.
But then when they get
no,
into it
no.
and
I
emotions
know where you're
get
going.
involved,
No.
it's
Women
different.
say that and women stick to it.
No.
Women,
Not true.
women say it.
Not at all.
Wait for you.
Women say it, and immature girls don't act on it.
Amen.
There's a difference.
Or women.
Amen.
Let's be clear.
A woman is a mindset. A woman
be
is a
clear now.
mindset.
But let's be clear.
We just had this conversation. Age is just
be
a
clear.
number.
Age is just a number.
Okay, so
don't
women
classify
say it and
everything
stick to
as
it.
The way you think. The
I
way
don't know.
you think is the way you think. And I'm not saying, but see here, understand, I'm not going against how she thinks, but you can only speak for yourself. And that's where it ends. What you speak on should be a philosophy, but it's not necessarily. And obviously you haven't done a survey.
But then let me, and we are kind of sliding off past the point. But let me say this. Yes, women should say what they mean and mean what they say, but so should men.
I agree.
So my thing is, if you tell me something, don't hold me accountable to deception.
I agree.
Don't hold me accountable to that. I'm accountable to what you tell me and what I agree upon. And if I agree upon a lie and the lie comes out, I'm agreeing upon kicking your ass.
Well, you know what?
But what
You
if?
know what?
But what if it's good? What if it's good and it gets your heart into it?
What? What's good?
You know what I'm talking about. Come on, you know what's good. You know what's good. Because once, listen to me. Hold up.
Ain't nothing better than a vibrator. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Vibration is stronger than any man. And if
Are
you're a
you
man
serious?
that's lying,
Listen,
I will
listen.
That's
vibrate
ridiculous.
myself
I know
into
you
eternity.
watched
That's ridiculous.
something about Mary Jane. I know you watched that,
Yes.
and she's confused.
She's not confused.
Yes, she is.
Nothing. She's selfish and insecure. I like the show, but she's selfish
Being Mary
and
Jane,
insecure.
that's what we're talking
Because there's no way in hell someone of her. No, I won't even say
Listen, the
that.
vibration
Who's
is
seeing
good,
a
but
married
the hugs,
man?
the hugs is what makes you guys go.
I get hugs. I found a way to get hugs and then go home and not be like seduced by lies. No, absolutely not. I'm the wrongest one to put on this lie. I'm gonna lie some to you. I'm gonna give you.
You know, I'm the wrong
I
one. I could go in so hard on what she was saying to
forgot
a
about
degree.
the point. What was the
Jealousy.
Point? What was the
Jealousy,
jealousy?
yeah.
You have every right to be jealous if that's how you feel, but it needs to be in perspective.
And you know,
That's how
she's
I
speaking
feel.
very strong for a woman.
I'm speaking for a man also.
Well, I'm glad to know
you
that.
dedicate your time to a woman and you show her that you're sincere and honest, and she's all over the place. You have every right to feel.
She's got to get out of here.
I don't know if jealousy is the right word. I think insecurity is fair because when something's not secure, when someone's not being straight up with you, you're going to feel wobbly. You're going to feel insecure.
Point noted. And I think we have to end it right now. But yeah, we do. But I do want, before we shut it down, I do want Charlie Red to once again express how we can connect with Charlie Red and about the brand new CD called Muse and how it's available. So please, you start.
It's on wearecharliered.com, and also it's on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, everything. So just Google Charlie Red and everything will come up.
There you go. Miss Gina?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter. I am Gina Lee. You can find me on
I'm gonna follow
Facebook. Gina Lee.
I had a
you
feeling
can
you would.
find me on Instagram. Is that Gina Lee? And like I said, new music is dropping soon, so stay tuned.
Go for what you want.
What do you say that last part again?
I have new music dropping soon, so
What soon?
soon in the next week.
Exclusive.
Exclusive, for sure. Well, I can't thank you guys enough personally for coming by tonight and sharing your time, because time is something that we never get back, and sharing your creative work with us. And please make sure that you support them. I'm sure you'll be hearing a lot more of them
SOBs.
as the year unfolds and blossoms. But again, thank you. All the best to each and every one of you, and
Thank
just
you.
knock them out the box and enjoy the ride, because it's a wonderful journey.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
For sure. All right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. What I hope to do this year is do a few Quiet Storm live shows throughout the course of not only New York, but across the country, and I'm doing some things in the Caribbean. So look for it and stay locked in with me. You can stay locked in with me at Lenny Green. Just text my name, Lenny, to 55469, and connect with me on Instagram and Twitter at Lenny Green. And I am expecting to follow.
Yeah, definitely.
I am expecting to follow,
Yeah.
and I will be looking for that follow.
They
But
can't leave until they follow up.
make sure you follow us. You can hit me at Lenny Green and on Twitter and Instagram as well, and Mr. Radio Lenny Green on Facebook. But thank you guys tremendously. Indy?
Thank you very much.
Every week, Thursdays at 11.
When she's not drinking.
Indy Smith on Facebook. Both of my my fan page and my regular page is Indy Smith, and Instagram is It's Indy Online. Twitter at It's Indy.
And let me just say one last note. Thank you so much for making The Quiet Storm the number one show. 4 straight months in a row. Number one men, number one women, number one overall. And Vito, I just found out we're number one 1849. We're tied in with another radio station that I don't care anything about. But we're number one. That's the bottom line, and it's all because of you. So thank you for supporting what I have done over the years. I appreciate your love and support in a great way. So we'll see you next time, and we'll make this year even better, greater and stronger. Global Vito, thank you so much for all your help, all your creativity, and all your support. And make sure you follow. I mean, this guy has over 1 million followers already, but
he has
make sure
thousands.
He has thousands.
So you need to follow us.
Thank you, Indy and Lenny, because Vito is good. He has over 1 million plus. We'll see you next Thursday, baby. See you later. But that's real.